Hey guys, Ben Egli here. I'm here with Joe M. Today I'm going to talk about a triple threat series that I've been working on. Anytime we're learning a series, it's always important to kind of master each move in drilling before we link them together, but these are all things I've been working on that have been kind of slowly coming together into three very good attacks from the back. So it's always fun to try things in practice. That's what practice is for. These are some things that I've been working, whether I'm in control of this position or my opponent kind of puts me there on his own. But one of the things I've been working is, first of all, to start this series, is a shoulder crank. So some of us have probably seen something like this before, but let's say I'm going for my rear naked choke, or I have a harness and things like that. If I can, what I also like to do is trap this arm. So if I'm going for a choke maybe on this side and this arm comes up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap around it, and usually I'll grab my far hip. So I'm just going to hide it basically in my back pocket. From here I may look for the choke on this side. If it's not there, I'm going to go immediately to basically a bow and arrow position. So all of these work gi or no gi, but as you saw, I transitioned this guy into my lap. I'm holding his leg like I would be in a gi for the bow and arrow, and I'm covering over the top of this shoulder so he can't sit up and turn into me. Now from here, what I like to do, a number of ways. If this arm is kind of flared out because I caught him, is I'll try to step over it. And from here, I'm going to reach this far arm that was in my back pocket originally, then to his leg. I'm going to reach back as far as I can so that I expose his elbow. If you've done heel hooks before, it's kind of like exposing a heel and a heel hook. I'm going to reach all the way back, and I'm going to catch that arm. Now, if I did a good job of holding him down with this leg, I can get two hands on it like I would in a heel hook. Or I can sit back, lifting up even more. So this should be on the shoulder. Really, really mean one. Again, reaching way back, lifting that chest. That's going to be a good one. From there, a lot of times if this guy is able to straighten his arm because he knows that crank's coming, I can keep my feet where they're at and I can sit back to a straight arm bar. If I needed more assistance, I could obviously come over his face, readjust it here. But anytime I can armbar somebody with the arm in my armpit, it's a pretty good day. From here, if I was missing the crank, missing the armbar, I will sometimes open up to let the guy sit up into a triangle. But instead of letting him come up on top and potentially getting top position, I'll just kind of pit stop for a moment. Now from here, I can still work the armbar. I could still work the crank, not as good, but still work the armbar. From here, I'm going to grab the shin underneath his head, and if I'm able, I'm going to feed this hand through, making a fist on one side of his head. I'm going to flex my calf, driving my forearm into his neck. So here's a look at kind of all this. We're all kind of tangled up. We're both dressed the same too, which makes it difficult. But what's going to happen again was I make that transition. I was in the pit stop. I can open the pit stop to catch my shin. I'm going to pull that calf in there. Now, from here, if there's no space, I'm going to point my knee up to make just a little tunnel for my hand to go through. And I'm going to lift the head up, and I'm going to put my fist underneath my forearm and above his shoulder. And I'm going to bring everything together, getting the tap. Again, if something didn't work in that position, I can sit back. I can come back here. I can work the crank. All kinds of fun stuff. Okay, so those are some things I've been working on. Each one of them, for the most part, was working on them individually. They just so happen to flow really nicely there from the back, starting with that shoulder crank, then going to the arm bar, then going to kind of that modified triangle. So try it out, see what you think. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a little bit more advanced, but I hope you like it. Try it out, see what you think.